Every night, the lights at Northgate High turn on by themselves. No one knows why. It's a local legend, a ghost story whispered in the hallways. But what if it's more than just a story? Tonight we're going to find out. It's security footage from last Tuesday. See that? The lights flicker to life, one by one, illuminating empty corridors. It starts in the main hall, then spreads like a virus. The gym's scoreboard flashes random numbers, a phantom game playing out to an audience of ghosts. In the West Wing, classroom doors creak open and slam shut with impossible force. This isn't faulty wiring. Something is waking up inside Northgate High. One brave, or perhaps foolish, student named Alex decided they needed to see it for themselves. Armed with just a phone, they slipped past the gates, determined to debunk the myth. The air inside was heavy, colder than it should be. The usual comforting smell of chalk dust and old books was replaced by something else. Something ancient and watchful. Alex crept down the main hallway, phone light cutting through the oppressive darkness. The silence was absolute, a dead zone where even their own footsteps seemed swallowed. They pushed open the door to room 204, their old history class. A chill ran down their spine. On the blackboard, written in fresh, stark white chalk, were 3 words: class in session. The chalk dust still hung in the air. Someone or something had just written it. Driven by a mix of terror and morbid curiosity, Alex continued to the cafeteria. The vast dark room was even more unnerving. As they stood in the center, a metallic scraping sound echoed from the far side. A lunch tray slid across a table, stopping abruptly at the edge. Then another, and another. Whispers started to fill the air, ghostly voices hissing names of students who graduated or disappeared years ago. They were faint, like a radio tune between stations, but the intent was clear. They weren't alone. Fleeing the cafeteria, Alex found refuge in the library. It was here they saw a soft, ethereal glow coming from a dusty old book on a high shelf. It was the school's very first yearbook. As Alex reached for it, the book fell open on its own. It flipped rapidly, page after page, a blur of forgotten faces, until it landed on the final page. It should have been blank. But written in elegant spidery ink was a single name: Alex. Panic set in. Alex bolted from the library, sprinting down the hallway, but every turn, every corner, led them right back to the same spot, the entrance to room 204. It was impossible, a loop of brick and dread. Just as they were about to scream, the school's intercom crackled to life, a sound that hadn't been heard in decades. A cold, monotone voice echoed through the halls. Detention for all remaining students. Detention will now commence. Alex slowly turned back to room 204. The door was wide open. Inside, the desks, once empty, were now filling up. One by one, translucent figures shimmered into existence. Ghostly students taking their seats, their eyes empty and fixed on the front of the room. They all turned their heads in unison to look at the one empty desk left. Alex stumbled backward, finally turning to run for the main entrance, the one way out. They threw their shoulder against the heavy double doors, rattling them with all their might. They were locked. Chained from the inside, trapped, defeated, Alex slumped to the floor. The last thing they saw was the classroom they'd just fled. They watched in horror as they, too, took a seat at the empty desk. On the blackboard, a new line of chalk appeared as if written by an unseen hand. Attendance complete. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into the darkness, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more unsettling stories. Stay safe, and always check who's in class with you.